Hey there, Super Llama here. Today we're going to try and pick this challenge lock by Pickme1977 called Pure Fun number 2. Here is the bidding. Key works. It's got some hang-ups, but it does work. It's a very floppy core as well. Very, very floppy. I don't have a tension wrench that's the right size for this, so even my own control is going to be a little bit damp on it. But we'll see if we can get into it. Feels like, yeah, click on 3, got a false set. Feels like 4. On this lock, you definitely have to manually counter-rotate, otherwise you're not getting anything. You feel the pin bind, but unless you counter-rotate, you're not getting anything out of it. Feels like 1. Those are on 3, back to 4. Feels like 5. Back to 4. 3. Feels like, I think it's 2. Lost my false set. 2 still feels like it's binding. I touched 1. Feels like 4, maybe 5. Oh, okay, hold on here. Losing my tension wrench. Touched 4 again, and this is 2. And there we are. Open. Awesome. Awesome, awesome lock. Okay. Put that there. Let's see. Got a key so I can lock it up. Okay. Well, there is a spring in there, but it does not want to come out. I'm probably going to want this follower here. Looks about right. And I will shim this, because I think that last bit was a T-pin. Okay, and there we are. There's our pins. Looking nasty already. Everything's nice and below the shear line. lots of narrowed key pin tops. Let's see what we have here on the plug. Looks like 1 is threaded, 2 is bored out on the top, 3 is threaded, 4 looks like it's also bored out, so it's not countermilled, it's just opened up on the top, and 5 is threaded. Very nice. Let's see what we have up top. 1 is a serrated spool. A spring that doesn't want to come out. Looks like a brass spring. 2, oh, that's a T-pin. Definitely a T-pin. T-pin with the T portion pointing down with a very strong steel spring. This looks like it's also a T-pin. It is. It's another T-pin with a less strong spring. Also looks like it's steel, but yeah, definitely steel. Where did that go? Oh, it's over here. Okay. Where did you come from? There's another spring here. Leave that to the side. Might have been a double spring in one of these. There's a mushroom spool looking thing on 4. That one doesn't want to come out either. Brass. And 5, we have a very, very small thin-necked spool here, if I can get it, there we go, with a serration on the end. That's a really, really nice pin. Focus in on it, come on. There. You can kind of see the serrations on there. A very, very thin-necked spool. And the spring is a small brass spring. And what modifications do we have up top here? Doesn't look like anything. 1's clear, 2's clear, 3 is clear, 4 is clear, and 5 is clear. Cool. Really cool lock. This must be a kick holder. Very cool. Okay, let's get a close-up on these pins here. I'm thinking this extra spring may have come out of this chamber here on 2 because of how strong it was. Let's see here, you were like that, you were like that, you were like that. There we go. Okay, so chamber 1, serrated key pin, serrated spool up top. Chamber 2, serrated key pin, T-pin on top, serrated key pin, and T-pin on top on 3. 4 had a serrated key pin and a spooled, mushroomed driver up top, and 5 serrated key pin and a serrated spool with a very, very, very thin neck for a very deep falset. Very, very interesting. These pins have been really, really well made. That T-pin's going to be a pain to hold up. Okay, so here is the lock at rest. You can see those T-pins I'm just holding up with my finger there, but they are well into that chamber. And considering that the chamber 2 is wallowed out, that T-pin will definitely get really, really grabby in there. And the spools, very, very well placed. They get right into that threading, especially with that serration in there. This mushroom spool, I believe, is also, yeah, it's in the wallowed out chamber. So that's going to have some very interesting effects. And chamber 1 is that serrated spool on a threaded chamber. So that's also really nice. Okay, well, there we go. Chris, thank you for sending me this lock, and Pickme1977, thank you so much for making this lock. It is an amazing, amazing lock. Everyone else, thanks for watching.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.